Okay, so next question is, talk about a time, if there ever has been one, when you needed support and the local independent community was there for you.
So many times. We, the group of us ag-based business owners, have been meeting monthly for almost 3 years. There's about 25 of us. Young businesses, nobody has an MBA. We're founders running it with a passion. So you throw all, and growing at like double-digit or triple-digit numbers, even in this recession. You throw all that together, and every month, at least one of those businesses is in major crisis. Falling apart, somebody quit, somebody got fired, major cash flow problems, whatever it might be. So we've been able to act as a support network for each other. So for me, the last 3 years I've gone through with High Mowing Seeds this gangly teenager stage, I would say, of needing to hire excellent people with great skills and experience, but not being able to afford them. Needing a bigger space, but not being able to afford it. Needing a better computer system and needing to implement it now because it takes a while to work into a system like that, but not being able to afford it. So during that time, we raised a bunch of money and did what we could in that, but there were all sorts of different times where we were short on cash. I would need like 25 grand or 50 grand for 3 months, and that's it. To bridge me from a slow selling season of the year. It's a very seasonal business. So during like a 3 month of real quiet sales period, back to when it was kicking in again. So basically these little bridge loans, little lines of credit, too small to deal with the bank for a small amount of period. Our numbers during that gangly teenager stage were really scary, So we stretched our relationship with our banks already enough. So my boys really helped out. And many of them had cash flow cycles that were opposite mine. When we were lean, they were fat, and vice versa. So just as a specific example, High Mowing and about 8 other businesses have lent $500,000, almost $600,000 to each other in the last year and a half in little loans like that. So that's helped me out directly, and we've been able to help others out too when we came to our fat time.
Great story, man. 2 more. Next question is, you're an entrepreneur, you're an organizer, right? You organize communities, you organize a nonprofit organization, you organize your business. What one lesson could you share, or one piece of advice could you share with anyone who might interact with this project?
I think what I've noticed is that there are many groups, businesses, nonprofits, whatever it might be, that are kind of dying to connect with each other, like these dots that are dying to be connected. They might not know how to do it. And the role of convening groups of people, individuals in a community, business owners, things like this Valley Conference, is critical to the kind of collaboration that we need to be doing. And so there's 2 pieces of it, and they are kind of polar opposites. And I'm the role of helping with those 2 things is one of the most exciting things for me. And one is the actual vessel to organize and convene things in, whether it's a conference, an organization, a forum, whatever it might be, but a structure of some kind. That's the more linear, rational kinds of things to help make it happen. And then the other is the inspiration part. That's kind of like lighting the fire in there, the spark, the inoculant, the yeast. And that can inspire people to put a lot of energy out, work hard to try to make these connections. And if you've got this vessel and form for them to do it in, then it greases the wheels and things really happen much more readily in that way.
Great. So last question, and this one I'm actually going to ask you to talk to the camera, speak to whoever might be watching.
Okay.
And what it is, it's an opportunity for you to deliver one message. So if you had one message to deliver to anyone who might see this, then what would that message be?
Okay. What I would say is that, I've said this in a number of talks before, but the food system across this planet is broken. It is the biggest user of energy, water, land. It's the biggest polluter. It's the biggest contributor to our health or to our disease, depending on what we eat. So as globally we look at all of these huge issues, we need to address the food system first and foremost, because it's the elephant in the room that can help solve and work on many of these issues. And the trouble, though, is as people have realized the food system is broken, they don't know what a healthy food system actually looks like, or tastes like, or feels like. And so our community in Hardwick, Vermont, and many others around the country that are ahead of others, that there's particular fertile ground for this kind of development, can play a critical role as people learn about it, come and visit, and see what actually a healthy food system is like. That's the inspiration, I think, that can help tip the balance for people from acceptance and awareness of what's going on to actual action. And so the problem is that if you actually become aware and accept how badly we've messed up, that can be a very paralyzing thing. And so an inspirational story and visiting a place that is ahead and can show you what a new future can actually look like, again, that can get you out of that paralysis into action. And we've got a lot of action to take. So I think that is the best and most important export out of our community is inspiration.
That's